Say we have a pushdown automata PDA that recognizes the language AI BJCK, where I must be equal to the sum of j and k. For example, when j equals 2 and k equals 1, I must have the value 3. The following are the definitions and state diagram for the language. At state Q0, when it reads the string A, it will push A into the stack. And if reads the string B, it will pop A from the stack. For both state Q0 and Q1, reading the string C will pop A from the stack. If the current state is Q0, it will also transit to state Q1. For both states Q0 and Q1, the final state can be reached with or without any string input. Let us test the language with input AAABCC. Our current state will be marked orange. First, we read the input in string A. This will push A into the stack. This is repeated with the next two A's. When input string B is read, one A will be popped out of stack. When input string C is read, another A will be popped out and the state will transit to the state Q1. The state now transits from Q1 to Q2 without the need of any input. The PDA is now in the final state with an empty stack. The input AAABCC is accepted. Let us now test the language with the input AABCC. The first two input string A will push two A's into the stack. Reading the input string B and C will pop the two A's out of stack. The current state will also transit to Q1. When the PDA reads another input string C in state Q1, the input string is rejected because there is no more A's to be popped out of stack. Hence, the input string AABCC is rejected because the number of input string A should be equal to the sum of string B and C. Say we have a Turing machine that accepts the language AI BICI, where I must be more or equal to 0. This means that the number of A, B and C must be equally same for it to be accepted. The following are the state diagram for the language. For a Turing machine, the first string on the left is the string that will be read. The string in the middle is the string to be written. And on the right side, make the read or write head of the machine to turn either left or right. L will turn left and vice versa. Let us test the language with the input string capital B, A, B, C and capital B. Our read-write head position is shown as the arrow, and the current state will be marked orange, which is the state Q0. First, we read B, write B, and move the machine head to the right. The state now transit to the state Q1. Next, we read A, write X, and move to the right. The state is now at Q2. Now, let's go by each input strings faster. Read B, write Y, move right. Read C, write Z, move left. Read Y, write Y, move left. Read X, write X, move right. Read Y, write Y, move right. Read Z, write Z, move right. And finally, read B, write B, and move right. The current state is now at state Q6, which is the final state. We can now halt and accept the input string. The input string capital B, A, B, C, capital B is accepted by the language.